Hello, hello. Welcome to today's messages, many messages within messages. Let's tune in first. The frequencies of 432 hertz of gorgeousness. Yay! Let's see. What does Spirit have for us to think about and talk about and consider today? What is for us? Why? When? How? Who? Where? Why for? And all that jazz. Today is the greatest day I've ever known. Can't live for tomorrow. Tomorrow's much too long. Okay, we got some flippers here. Oh, independence and patience flipped for us today. Okay, you are in. Oh, look at these. Look at these. So, yes, the butterflies and the butterflies, okay, standing out. I feel like this is your inner child, playful, exploratory, wants to run and play this independent way, looking back, looking at her inner child, okay, and this is the resting. It's like allow yourself to rest and recover. It's like letting your child play so that you can relax, right? You go to the park and you're like, okay, you go play over there. I'm going to be hanging out in this hammock under this tree. Okay, mama's going to have a nap. And this is it, right? Playful exploration and the appeasing, honoring, acknowledging, including your inner child. If they are scared, if they don't trust, if they are in a way, everybody caters to the child, right? And so when your child is playing, then everybody's happy, right? When your child is throwing a freaking temper tantrum, nobody's happy. But your inner child just wants to play and explore and discover, right? Okay, we've got intention, being an intentional co-creator and facilitator of your inner spaces. Okay? Passion and creativity, yes. That's also your inner child, the creator, the explorer, right? The one that wants to go or doesn't. This is why part of healing of the wounds involves your inner child. And yes, there is also your inner teenager, right? The one that wants to rebel, that one that wants to do what it wants. And I can do it on my own, but also be near in case I need you. All right. Oh, we got Ingwas coming up for us again. Okay, so while you are conserving your energy, reserving your energy stores for an explosive expenditure that may be needed in the future, right? This is your inner rester, right? Okay, I got an hour before I gotta make dinner. So you play and I will rest until it's go time again. Right? Balance. When our caregivers are exhausted, they have less cares to give, right? It's just the way it is. So it is important to recharge. And all this healing, and it's like, take your inner child out for some ice cream, right? Go run around in a field and make a flower crown, do something that doesn't have stuff attached to it. Children do things for reasons that don't involve paying the bills and making ends meet and doing stuff because they feel like they have to do it, right? They do it because they wanna. Okay, so we've got the King of Swords coming out. This is a very strongly developed throat chakra. The king is blue, baba dee baba dow, ba dee da ba dow, baba dee baba dow. Okay. Like the throat chakra, also look at all the butterflies. Okay, the butterflies were standing out in these two cards, in your independence and your patience. Okay, this is the action, the masculine balance of that. Taking decisive action with your sword of truth, right? You're speaking your truth. There's a level of discernment, intellect, and what else? Intention. Intentional steps. It's making me think of the turtle. Okay. The turtle, although this is a sea turtle, I love it. The turtle moves slow, and so every step counts. If it wants to get from A to B, it needs to make precision steps to ensure efficient movement, right? This is the way of the king, making sure that all steps taken count. This is another mindfulness of your energy stores. And you're not wasting energy running amok. What's over here? What's over there? What's over here? What's over there? Right? And you're like, oh, I'm exhausted. I don't even know where I'm going anymore. I'm just going to lie here and have a nap. So something about intellectualizing. Again, I mean, it is part of this intention setting, right? setting clear intentions before taking steps. It's making me think of when I am preparing to rearrange and I decide that I want something what is this going to look like? I want to put that over there. Well, I could just start moving stuff around. But the thing is, you move one thing from one space, which is actually 50 things, and then you put that other thing there. Well, now you've got to relocate all of the other things and rearrange, right? It turns into quite the production. The turtle way is to strategize first, right? I'll usually grab a piece of paper, a pencil, and start sketching. Okay, if that goes there, then where's that going to go? And I plan, right? And try to anticipate moves that will be fruitless before I actually expend any energy in that direction, right? And they'll even pull out a measuring tape and make sure the thing is actually going to fit there. Sometimes, having that measuring tape and being like, oh, it's sticking out that far. Oh, this is where the corner will be. If I'm walking, I'm going to hit that on my hip every time, right? That's no good, that kind of thing. Okay. As opposed to dragging it over, rearranging everything, doing the whole thing, and then, hitting your hip everywhere and having to now readjust everything. Okay. We got these two coming out and they're gorgeous. Okay. I'm getting major mirroring here. Okay. So your magic comes from your balance and your connection. We know this. This has been what has been demonstrated to us through this process. When you are grounded, connected, and have all of your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual aspects all balanced, you're outside of the hubbub of the world, right? Of the city. And you are connected to your higher spirit team. This is what contributes to your stability, to your balance, and to your magic. We've got the magician here, who is basically like the avatar, not the blue ones, okay? Although blue in your throat, I got nothing wrong with blue. We love blue, okay? But there's two shows, okay? One is Blue People Avatar. The other one is about the master of all the elements, okay? That's the one I'm talking about. Not to be mistaken for the other guys. Okay. Master of all the elements. In the traditional Rider-Waite deck of tarot, the magician is depicted with a wand, a pentacle, a cup, and a sword, right? They have all the tools, all the elements at their disposal. And that's part of what makes the magic, right? Having the tools for whatever is necessary. But yeah, you notice their heads, right? It's the same person. Okay, there's that connection. We also have a 4 and a 1. And I love the magician, right? It starts with that connection, that balance within. Also on Ingwas, the symbol is the 2 X's on top of each other. This is giving me that masculine, feminine, the balance, right? This Pisces with the third element, you got the 2 combining, creating this third shape, right? The two spheres that come together and they create that internal overlap space that becomes its own thing. It's like two people, their own separate worlds coming together. The relationship, the bond, the connection itself becomes a third element that connects the two. Yes. And so to you, okay, this is what we're learning: balance of light and shadow, and masculine and feminine. This wholeness that is created when all of our aspects are balanced within. I'm getting this independence too. Intentional. I'm just getting play. Just play. Like, be intentionally playful. You're magical, you're creative, and you're being patient, right? Patience, patience. We got patience twice. Slow moving, preparedness, non-rushing, right? This is divine inspiration, guidance, flow. Intentional steps. If you don't know where to step next, don't, right? That's what this is saying. That's this message. Instead, conserve. Instead, sit with a nice beverage and sketch it out. And then when you feel that creative passion, right? Part of this intention is this green heart space color and the orange sacral, your fire, your creative juices, right? And we also have the triangle pointing up, which is the fire symbol. So this creative passion, this is the inspiration, right? You don't want to force something. You don't want to try to create something when nothing is happening. We all know, or maybe we don't, but how frustrating it is to force yourself to do a thing, to produce a thing when you're not feeling it, right? So instead of wasting energy trying to force things to happen, you stop, you conserve, right? You go play or nap, whichever role you are feeling needs to be filled, right? That's part of your intellect, your intelligence, your truth is to be able to check in, to see, to feel, and to assess. Do I need to play or do I need to nap right now until the inspiration hits and then you spring into action, right? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, yes, another stabilizing four here. We got the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. Okay, this one is the resting after a stabilization period. These things go hand in hand, right? There is the after the work that you have done, removing limiting beliefs, doubts and fears, and external validation tendencies. It's time to rest, right? You've conquered a mountain. Rest. You've built yourself a cocoon. Rest, right? You've forged your sword of truth. Rest, because there are towers coming, okay? There's going to be restructuring coming, a tearing down of the old, whether it's your independence or old ways of doing things. But we are in a position of magic, right? You're a magician. You're a position of a magician, okay? And so you're prepared to transmute and alchemize whatever comes your way to be utilized for yourself, right? Kind of the same idea when somebody tells you you can't do it, it inspires the I'm going to do it so I can prove you wrong, right? Whatever your motivations are, um, make sure that it is a playful competition that is inspiring and instigating progress, not domination, right? There's always that checking in to ensure that there isn't tyrannical shadow aspects that are trying to take over the show, right? Okay. Anybody else want to come out? Okay, wow. So we've got the Hermit and the Nine of Swords coming out, okay? I feel like this is the preparation to step out of your independence, stepping out of your confines, right? This Nine of Swords card represents for me the stepping out of your comfort zone, the walls of swords, the over defensiveness, the overprotective shields and barriers that you have created, your comfort zones, right? The place that you go to feel comfortable in. This is usually, well, it's paired with the Hermit card. This is where you've been. This is the cocoon, right? That has been the safe environment for you to transform within. And this tower is the tearing open of that cocoon. It's a next step of the process. I was going to say it was a necessary step of the process, but it is the next step for you to step out and own your transformation, right? The cocoon becomes a trap to the butterfly. And so the butterfly needs to break free from it. This is what you're being patient for. The divine inspiration to break free, or it's an external stimuli that busts you free, okay? But I feel like you are being prepared for a transition, shift, change in your physical environment that requires you to be balanced, to be rested, right? And to move intentionally. Okay. Tell us more about what's breaking us out, okay? Because you're being patient for something. So it's either the divine inspiration, the opportunity to present itself, but it will require you or catalyze a teardown of the old ways. The cocoon, yeah, with all the butterfly symbology, right? It's time to fly. It's time to come out of the cocoon and be seen, fluttering around in all of your gorgeousness, okay? It's also about the faith in your wings, right? The faith in your abilities. You are a master of all the elements now. You wield the sword of truth and the wand of passion and the cup of liquid sunshine and the pentacle of the physical world. Whoa. The pentacle. There it is. The Ace of Pentacles. This is you reaching out and making tangible the intangible. I don't know if that's the right one. But wow. Okay. Wow. Also getting, because it's an ace, it's like one step at a time, especially because of the whole turtle thing at the beginning, right? The mindful steps. Okay. Let's see who wants to come out in the animal oracles. Let's do a bit of a shuffle. Okay. Okay, we got somebody. It's the fish. Okay. Beautiful. Also, because we're talking about the turtle here, the turtle is a sea turtle, but turtles are amphibious, right? They can be on the earth and in the water. Because we've got the fish here, it's like this, and this symbology of stepping out of the cocoon, breaking out, right? The cocoon was a sanctuary for the caterpillar, but the caterpillar transformed into the butterfly, and now the cocoon is a confine that needs to be broken free from. Okay, let's just read what the fish says. What the fish say. I opened up on it. Okay, restlessness, change of focus, and lost in the current. Okay. The fish loves to be subsumed in life's current. No, nothing pleases it more than movement, and more movement. The roaming lifestyle of the fish may be exhilarating for a while, but usually leads to weariness and slippery relationships. With all the possibilities out there in the vast waters, the fish becomes lost without clear goals and intentions. Being intentional, yes. Okay. Spend some time with the lunar forces, dear fish, as the peace and calm of the moon will soothe your soul. Okay, it's calling for balance. Movement without rest, stillness, and connection is a not conserving and preserving of your energy. Okay, when in balance, adaptable travels well. When out of balance, distracted changes mind often. And to bring into balance, set a small goal and accomplish it. Yes. And move forward accordingly. Okay. I feel like, oh, Venus, so beautiful. Venus and Jupiter and the sun. We'll just take them. Beautiful. Look at that. Wow. Beloved. And Jupiter, abundance. And the sun, the source. Okay. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, we can't take these. Yes, we can. We can do whatever we want. We can do whatever we want. Okay, but what's cool is I think that Venus and Jupiter are right now in the sky. I mean, you know what I mean. There's something going on with those two. Okay. We got the sun 18. A million Earths can fit in one sun. Isn't that amazing? 3113. Okay. The gift. This sunlit moment is an opportunity to let your ego step out of the way, let the sun's light flow through you, and let spirit do the work. Okay. They're all of the stillness, intention, connection, right? Balance and connectedness, and also the sun behind this magician. It's your power, right? Shine wholeheartedly and share the warmth with friends, family, your community, and the world. Make it an offering. Live the truth. I am the center of the universe, and so are you. Beautiful. There's intention. Okay. 21. Okay. Venus encourages a loving heart. To heal your own heart and become a Venusian beacon to the world around you, develop what the Buddhists refer to as Maitri, loving kindness, benevolence, friendliness, and active interest in others' well-being. Beautiful. And this is part of your childlike innocence, right? Dear, you're not doing it for attention, for notoriety. Oh my God, it's the baby. It's the mama and the baby. She heard me. That is so cute. Did you see me? Yay. Okay. 33 on the thing. Okay. Yes. Okay. So the loving heart. You're doing it when you see something needs to be done. You're doing it when you see somebody who's sad and upset. You ask, "What's wrong? Are you okay?" Right? You're not like, "Here, hold my phone. Make sure you get a picture of me, you know, being generous, whatever." Right? There's an innocence with children and an openness of heart. Yes, something like that. Okay. And then 23. Give and you shall receive. Beautiful. Jupiter calls you to expand your world view. So reach out and feel it one with the whole universe. Beautiful. This is abundance, right? It's also about not having to always be the one shining the brightest. This is about compassion and community, right? So this acknowledgement that we are all the tenders of our inner sunshines, right? And each sun can hold, what was it? 30 million herbs, right? Think that is 30 million versions of self. That's a lot to embody a sun. This is why it takes all the tending, the rediscovery, the integration, the unfolding, the reintegration, collecting, the recollecting, right? Let's see. I want to get a couple of these. Venus and Jupiter, yes, the heart. And abundance, beautiful. The one that dropped is your blessings. Okay, as we were contemplating the energy of Jupiter, which is abundance, okay, and 23. So be patient, be generous, be playful, be rested, be centered, be gorgeous. Okay, let's get a crystal card. They like to be shuffled this way. This one. Which is a 23. Weird. Recap. Jupiter is a 23, and I was going to go off about 23, and it's a 5, and it's the 9th prime number, and my son was born on the 23rd, and it was like a whole thing. But here's 23 again. Okay, we've got 23. Rebirth. Wow. Intent. Transformation and growth. The universal forces of love and creation are at work within your life. Okay, clearly and most definitely. Okay, own it, recognize, stay humble. Okay. The thought, idea, or dream you have been nurturing is taking form and preparing to enter the world. This is why you are being patient. And by patient, I mean patient, okay? Yes. The creation process generates many new life experiences and provides the opportunity for profound spiritual growth. The birth of a new creation can trigger an entire range of emotions, from exhilaration to uncertainty, and is often a time of challenge. Know that any discomfort you are currently feeling will be replaced by an overwhelming sense of joy as your intent manifests into form. Okay? Boom. This card can also be a sign to draw your attention to the children in your life and your own need for fun and play. Okay. Can I get a witness? Okay. Take the time for relaxation, laughter, and fun. Engage in activities that stimulate a sense of excitement and discovery. confirmation. The happiness that comes with children and the birth of something new is filled with love, joy, and freedom. Honor your new creation and move forward with the highest loving intent. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, that's what I say about that. Okay, love messages from the awkward box. Let's just get like these guys. Okay. And it's gifts from the divine. Beautiful. Which fell on your blessings. Okay, so just saying. We've got gratitude. Yes, the purest, most potent form of love. And release the resistance. This is the flow. This is the patience, right? This is the rest, the rejuvenation, the play. There's no resistance in any of those things. Beautiful. I think I need more of these. There's not enough. Let's just get all of them. Okay, we got conserve. Okay, conserve your energy and preserve. These were 2 words that I feel like I said already today. Honorable, being honorable, create, allow your creative juices to flow when you get the intuitive nudge. Look, we got pause and breathe. Okay, see what I'm saying? Confirmation. What's this one? Commit. Yes, you are fully committed to your practice, to your process, to your becoming, to your evolving, to your love, to your heart. Okay, yes. Beautiful. Consider things before you take action upon them, right? Sketch it out, plan it out, get your measuring tape out. Receive, be in a state of receiving and acknowledge the things that you receive. Start making a big deal about it. Start telling your friends and family, this parking spot opened up for me. Guess what happened to me today? Parking spot opened up for me. Guess what happened to me today? I did a scratch and win for my purchases and got 40% off, or whatever. Just when something great happens, make a big deal about it. Normalize overtelling everybody in your life about your wins, no matter how they look, right? To me, a win is looking for a parking spot. It's all full, but then just as you're pulling up, somebody puts their reverse on, and you're like, I'll go in there. They're like, okay. And that's a win, right? Okay. And the last one is rebirth confirmation. Okay. You are in the baby stage, right? It'd be terrifying if babies popped out and started running around. Okay, let's just all agree. And so allow the time to develop your muscles after you have transformed, right? Okay, charms. Okay, it was 44, 44. That's okay. We saw 33, 33. Oh, 31, 13. That was the other one. Okay. Okay, that was too many. I'm throwing some of them back. Okay, what do we got? all of the beautiful things. Okay, let's look together. Oh, it's really zoomed in there. Okay, but magician, yes, you are. Okay, recognize your gorgeous, powerful magic. Okay, that you have worked hard. Look at these blessings, luck. This is the bee, right? B for blessings, but also the bee works really, really hard and diligent and gets its reward, right? The honey. So there's something about luck, and yes, it may seem like it's coming in like a lucky break, but be um, don't confuse it. It is actually because of your work, okay? Because of your work in your healing. Okay, we've got angels are helping you to dissolve your walls of swords, your defenses, so that you can step out, right? And be connected fully to your intuition and the world beyond your comfort zone. Okay, but it does require you to retain the grounded ness. I feel like this is that kind of overprotection. But it could also, if you're stepping out, it's like you have your own levels of protection around you. You don't need to be held up in an environment. You are your own protective environment, something like that. Okay. The angels have gotcha. We've got the flow here. Okay. Something flowing in, gifts of gorgeous. Oh, we got another one. What's this one? Oh, that one. Commit. Okay. Beautiful. Commit to abundance. Commit to your process of stepping out. Okay. We've got your wishes coming true. This is my flying reindeer scribed wish delivery system. That's what that is. Okay. And it's being received. Okay. What is up? What's going on here? We got all these horses on pause here. Okay. So I feel like this is why you need to pause and rest and rejuvenate to have the amount of magical horsepower that is necessary, that's coming, right? Like, look at this tower. Things are going to move quickly. Take this pause, right? Your abundance, your gifts from the divine, all moving you out of your comfort zone, tearing down the old, right? The rebirth here. Your rest is contributing to your stability. You've also got the made with love here. This is how you self-care, is give yourself the rest and rejuvenation that you need, conserving your energy, right? And then we've got the abundance here, the star that turns into flowers, pentacles, growing things in the world. Aha! There is a hidden owl underneath. Look at the source is the sun. Yes. Okay. But this owl, this wisdom, you have wisdom behind you. It's part of your blessings, part of your divine inheritance is this access to wisdom. It's also what you retained from your work, your healing, in your hermiting, right? Wisdom. Okay, we've got a dream, catch a feather. Trust your dreams of love. If you're dreaming of love, believe it. Okay, look, we got more, and I feel like the star power, abundant, blooming, waiting, right? Being patient. You don't want to pick the fruit before it is ripe, especially because you're wanting the gorgeous juices and flavors of a ripe fruit, right? Then we've got pine cone, pineal gland. Okay, your honor, your dedication, your devotion. Look at this. We've got your star, your wish. This is on the spiritual and abundance. We've got juicy, gorgeous fruit and magic. Okay. What else? Is that everything? This is over here. How'd that get way over here? We've got a twin luck. I didn't even know there were two of these. Okay, so that is lucky. That's double lucky. So double, double, double. Okay, we got double abundant flowers, even though I feel like this one is the bud, and then this one is getting closer to bloom. Okay, so conserve, preserve, play, and get yourself balanced and ready to receive. Whoa. Okay, that's what I have for you. Love and appreciate you, and hope to see you next time. Bye for now.